Hello everyone, welcome back to Hercule Poirot, the London case where we investigate the painting disappearance. We're not sure yet that it's actually theft or something. We can fast travel. Okay. Oh, we don't want to fast travel. Who can we talk with? Hastings, hello, what are you doing here?
What do you need?
I need to discuss something with you.
What can I do for you?
Can you tell me where we are? You cannot.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay, so we are somewhere. I have no idea what this place is. I don't know what we are doing here.
Poirot!
But...
Over
oh,
here!
hello!
I heard about the painting. Trouble just seems to follow you. If there's anything I can do to help.
I am looking for Madame Allen. Would you know where I could find her?
If she's not on stage already or rehearsing, she'll be in her dressing room. That alleyway will take you to the back door.
Thanks. Which alleyway? This one. Okay. Can I go further? I have no reason to go there now. Okay. Let's come back then. Can I take your coffee? I wouldn't mind to drink a cup of coffee. Okay, so this was the theatre, I guess.
Oh, this isn't quite what I was expecting from a famous star like Betty Allen.
Oh, okay.
A famous star that is not on stage, nor in her dressing room.
You don't think something could have happened to her?
Well, let's hope not.
Combining the state of the room and her being absent, I fear something sinister may indeed be afoot.
New mind map unlocked. First a theft in the museum and now a robbery in Madame Ellen's dressing room. I wonder if both events could be related. Well, for now we don't even know if there was robbery or something. We just found something. Like we found her room that is not in a tidy state, so to say. Okay, a fallen chair. Left lying in the middle of the floor. And that's it. Anything else that we can interact with? There is a bird. Birds are smart. The bird could have told me what happened. Let's rotate the map. Oh, broken picture frame. An anomaly amongst the other picture frames. That's your husband, right? Yes. Anything else here on this side? Wrong direction of rotation. I like her room. It's nice, even in this state. Okay, let's continue here. And here, what do we have? We have a broken mirror. 7 years bad luck. I hope the culprit is not superstitious. A lady's shoe. A lady's blue shoe with small fragments of glass embedded in the heel. Or someone threw this shoe into the mirror. That's interesting. Anything else? Oh, a safe. It's open. 5 discoveries. Some beautiful pieces of jewelry remain untouched. A key. The tag reads Johann Flat Spare Key.
Oh.
A substantial amount of money has been overlooked. So why are we talking about robbery at all?
Oh.
No signs of tampering. The thief must have known the code or cracked the safe. What has been stolen? Poirot. What are you talking about? Why are we talking about robbery? And why these coins are not active? Okay, the safe was left wide open. Perhaps the thief didn't find what they were looking for and kept searching elsewhere. There still remains item that one would expect to be a thief's first target. The thief knew the code or is a master at cracking safes. The thief left the safe open, perhaps in their hurried state. I should speak to Monsieur Hastings about this. I don't think there was theft at all, or even attempted theft. At least that's not how I see things. I would say that she had a fight with someone, and safe, I don't know, maybe a passport or something. Like she decided to just leave the country very urgently. What do we have here? Do we have any links? We have 2 links. We have a cracked mirror, a lady's shoe, broken picture frame. The thief knew the code, safe was open, valuables left in the safe, a fallen chair. Valuables left in the safe? Connects with the... Safe was open?
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
Alright, alright. A lady's shoe with the correct mirror.
Magnifique.
Well, that was obvious. The lady's shoe made for a handy weapon to break the mirror. Glass and mirror smashed with heel of shoe. Broken picture frame, the thief knew the code. Valuables, a fallen chair. Do these two connect maybe?
The evidence suggests something else.
No, they don't. Okay. Broken picture frame. A fallen chair.
I must take a different approach if I am to uncover.
I still now find it difficult to understand the logic that this game uses when it links to items. Sometimes it's obvious, like these two, but even though they're obvious, I wouldn't necessarily have connected them to create another clue. Like, this just should have been the clue. So I don't know.
I cannot see the logic in this.
I cannot see the logic in this either, but I'm doing my best.
Come now.
Safe was open. A fallen chair. A lady's shoe?
Something just doesn't...
I know, Poirot, I know. That's why I'm confused. Like, there is a link that I maybe see but don't understand.
The pieces of the puzzle are finally coming together.
Really? How? The lady's shoe was torn enough to break the glass. Yes. Glass over photo frame smashed with the heel of a shoe.
Voila.
I'm confused. I know that there is two shoes usually, but still, okay. The damage to Madame Ellen's belonging was committed by the same person. By her! No? Same person caused all damage. So confused. I should speak to Monsieur Hastings about this. Okay, let's talk to him now.
What do you need?
Maybe I'm just... No, I'm not stupid. I know that I'm not, but something about logic doesn't just work out for me quite well. I don't know. Anyway, let's talk to him. I need to discuss something with you.
What can I do for you?
With the evidence I have gathered, we can rule out the option that the thief was merely an opportunist. I don't even see the logic in assuming that this is a robbery or a theft or whatever. I'm assuming, like from my perception, that there was some kind of fight maybe between her and her husband, or her and, I don't know, some other actor, whatever. I don't... but theft? I understand that the open safe must have been, but we don't know if anything disappeared from there at all. Like, why are we assuming theft? Okay. Same person caused all damage. Okay. How do we know this wasn't a random opportunist? Valuables left in the safe? And the thief knew the code.
The fact that there are valuable items remaining in the safe leads me to believe that the thief was looking for something specifically. Something that they knew would be present in the safe. Meaning they had previous knowledge of the contents of Madame Hélène's safe. In effect, they must know Madame Hélène herself.
Okay, we didn't really talk to him. You talked to yourself just now. Why did you need Hastings? And now we have another clue. Someone Beatty knows accessed a safe. I still think that possibly was her. Yourself? Okay, do we need to talk to her
What do you need?
again?
What can I do?
Someone has completely destroyed this room. Who caused the damage to the room? Betty herself.
Why, Mrs. Allen?
So that was correct. Oh, I might not be able to actually say why it's her, because there is two pieces of evidence missing. But we know the first one, valuables left in the safe. And someone Betty knows access safe. Where is the sense in that? I guess there is no sense in that, but can we answer this actually? Let's see, maybe like I'm missing two other evidences, two clues, and maybe I need to... There is no more links. Maybe I need to find another clue here. No, there is nothing else. So I should be able to figure that out.
What do you need? What can I do?
Valuables left in the safe and the cracked mirror? Wait, these two? No! I think I tried everything. I think I do need to find these two clues. Because otherwise it's just not working out. What if I exit? Is there anything that... Maybe let's talk to him? Maybe he saw her running away?
Catching a thief in London? You have your work cut out for you, my friend.
No. Fast travel. Museum main hall. Irene Court Smythe apartment building. No, wait, no. Where are we going now? What is this place? Theatre Street, museum. Ah, okay. Okay. Was confused. So I need to proceed. There's a door.
Hello? Who's that?
Bonjour, madame.
You're not English. Where are you from? What are you doing here?
Madame, I am Detective Hercule Poirot of the Kingdom of Belgium's police force.
So what?
I was hoping to speak with a neighbor of yours. Mademoiselle...
She's not in. Are you waiting for her?
Do you know how long she...
You can give her this. And tell her I did what I could with it.
I will be sure to do that. Adieu, madame.
Irene Shaw. Irene Shaw given by Miss Calsham in the apartment hallway. Alright. So I assume that she's not in, so I will not be able to actually get there. It's quieter on this floor. And this is her apartment. And I assume that we will not be able to get in there, because she's not in. Right? It appears she's not home. I will just hang the shawl on the door. I should return here later when Mademoiselle is home. Their answers are required. Let's try museum main hall. Why not?
I told you last time you made a mess of things that if anything else was to happen,
So, you are blaming me for the painting going missing. I have poured my heart and my soul into...
Pardon. Perhaps this is a conversation that should be had behind closed doors.
This conversation will happen where and when I want it to.
What Detective Poirot means is maybe somewhere a little less public would be a better place to have it.
I am well aware of what your foreign friend was implying, and I shall give you exactly the same answer.
Let us not say anything that one would later regret. A moment to breathe for everyone, perhaps.
You do as much breathing as you want, as long as you find that painting.
Oh, I'm like sure that he's stolen it. Or did something to it. Just because. Okay, the West Wing. I think that I have explored everything here, that there is nothing new, right? But at least like now I have a little bit more freedom than before, because before I was just stuck in one linear kind of sequence of actions, so that's improvement. But I still cannot get into the restoration room. So what am I doing here? To museum exhibit.
I don't think you quite understand the severity of the situation, Detective Inspector.
I'm well aware, and I'll conduct my investigation how I see fit.
That just isn't good enough. How would you feel if... who am I kidding? You could never afford something like that.
I can assure you Detective Inspector Hardwick and his men will be doing all they can to find your missing painting.
Now you have some officer from another country entirely fighting your battles for you.
I speak on behalf of no one but myself, monsieur.
And I didn't ask you. Hardwick, get it found.
Right you are.
Lovely. I don't know what I'm doing here, but that was a nice conversation and I'm happy that I had it.
Detective Inspector Hardwick has made it quite clear that my valuable insight is not wanted. Perhaps I should find an alternative means of entry.
Where did we want to entry? Is that restoration room? Hastings, would you mind helping me?
What do you need? What can I do for...
An advice?
Merci.
Would be nice. I guess I need to come back to the theater street, and I just don't get it. I feel like I tried all options, and nothing worked. And there is no more clues. At least, I haven't found them. There is no clue. There is. Photographs of Betty with family.
Aha.
They all look very happy together. Photographs of Betty Allen during her career.
Oh.
Rubbing shoulders with the stars. These photographs have not been damaged. That's a clue? Yes. Photos of Betty all intact. Broken picture frame?
Come, my little grey cells.
Someone Betty knows?
I must act on...
I don't understand! I'm usually good with the logic, you know? But I'm just trying everything that I can, just to find the link.
Where is the sense in that?
I don't know. I do not know. I do not know. Fallen chair.
I should consider this
Okay. Valuables left in the safe.
order and method. That is the...
Yeah, I know. I just... Oh wait, this one.
Logical thinking shall always prevail.
This one confused me. Exactly, like that's why I didn't see... It doesn't matter. There must be a reason why this photograph was the target of whoever broke in. So it's just that these two, broken picture frame and a lady's shoe, they brought this evidence, this clue, together, but I consider this one and this one the same. So I'm having a difficult time right now. I need to find another evidence, I would suggest. Safe. We looked at that. There is something... No, that's Hastings. So I assume that there is something else that I'm missing. Because I didn't see those photos. There is nothing else? Well, I don't see anything else. But I didn't see those photos over there, so maybe I'm missing things again. Let's talk to him again, maybe.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
I believe Madame Ellen is to blame for the damages. Alright, so now we have all the clues. Photograph of Johann deliberately targeted, and photos of Betty all intact. No. I find it so funny, actually. Same person caused all the damage? Oh, finally. I believe Madame Ellen is to blame for the damages.
Madame Allen was behind the mess that lies before us. Filled with rage, she...
What do you think you're doing in here? Security!
Pardon, Madame Allen. I do not wish to cause any alarm. I am Detective Poirot. You will recall from the gala.
Yeah, I remember you. Doesn't give you the right to be snooping in here.
Absolutely, I so agree with her. Like, they're just outrageous if you think about it.
Snooping, no. Waiting patiently, oui.
No, Poirot, what have we been doing just now? We were snooping around. We weren't waiting patiently. I actually went to two other places, because I couldn't figure out what is happening here. So, you're lying.
You can wait outside. I'll talk to you there. Well, go on then, shoot.
I like her. I'm sure Madame Ellen would not have even considered her husband, Monsieur Christiansen, as a suspect. But he was the one that accessed the safe, although it was Madame Ellen that caused the damage to her own room. Wonderful, I don't know why you decided that, I don't know whatever.
Madame Allen. Thank you for giving me this opportunity.
Just even to begin with, that we didn't know, and we still don't know, if anything was stolen at all. And we are talking about her husband opening the safe. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't, but like assumptions just jump into a conclusion without any good reason. So I love the story, but the logic is not very robust to me. Okay, let's continue.
Look, let's just get on with this, shall we?
I promise not to take up too much of your valuable time.
What do you remember of the gala?
Well, thanks to Johann walking off, I got stuck talking, a term I use loosely, with Mr. Aylesworth and the all-important bishop, as he likes to consider himself.
Where did your husband go?
Beats me. But when I saw him next, he was being attacked by that crazy artist. You must have seen it.
I did. And while I do not condone such behavior...
If you are going to defend that woman's actions against my husband, I'll stop you there.
You left the gala early?
I thought it was best to just get myself out of there. He may have bitten his tongue, but if I got my hands on her...
I don't think that you two have a very good relationship for you to defend him this much, especially if you don't know what was happening.
Your husband mentioned you were feeling under the weather, no?
Me? No.
Don't remember him mentioning that at all?
Ah, je vois. May I also ask about the snuff box that was found?
I've heard the Brits like that stuff. Not for me, though. Sorry.
Ah, so you wanted to assume that she was using the cocaine, but she refused you. Okay. Is this a good question to ask? I don't want to ask this question, but I guess I will have to. Is that the usual state of your dressing room?
Not really any of your business.
Exactly.
I would not forgive myself if something improper had happened and I had not addressed it.
You've got nothing to worry about. I'm an emotional woman. Let's just leave it at that, shall we?
You have been most helpful.
I'm not happy about how you conduct your interviews. So I guess next let's try and see... What is this? Like Miss Caution's hallway. And I cannot select it. And I cannot move. And I'm in the museum. This is not where I wanted to go. The map is not done very well, that's for sure. Okay, let's go to Irene Court Smythe. That's the artist, right? So is she back? No, she's not. I don't think so. Oh, they're discoveries.
Huh.
A curved sewing needle remains stuck. An accident, I'm sure. I didn't see it there.
Huh.
A spot of paint on the shawl. I've seen this color before somewhere. Blue. Blue color, blue paint. Don't remember. Museum. I don't remember any painting here. Like, not painting, like paint. Blue paint. I don't remember any paint. Oh, maybe something was in the West Wing. Something blue. Well, that is something blue. A bent, sharp pointed needle. Oh, okay, if you say so. Where is the sense in that? I was hoping. Can I just come inside? Gosh, the routing in this game is awful. If only I had a key, I could continue my investigation. We need to find the key then. Where can we find it? The blue paint. The blue paint. Can't recall anything at all. So we are back here. Do we need to come upstairs maybe? There is nothing blue. Okay, so let's try and talk with him. With David.
If you want to deal with him, fine by me.
With him? With Mortimer?
Will you allow some officer a moment of your time?
I'm a very busy man.
And then I shall keep my question short.
What do you recall of the gala?
I'd say the heart attack was the most memorable part of the day.
Quite understandable. But before that?
I was talking to the bishop, or rather being talked at. He doesn't see it, but he gets quite heated. That's the last thing I remember.
You spoke with Bishop Mountjoy earlier in the evening too?
I did. That man just wants someone to listen to his incessant ramblings. I just couldn't stand there and listen to him anymore.
Is that why you had a heart attack?
I decided to walk away and see the orrery from above. Then I met that young lady, Betty Allen.
You two spoke?
Briefly, but she was looking for her husband, so I think her mind was elsewhere.
All right,
I will not
thank you.
take up any more of your time.
So I do need to talk with them. I thought that they were not talkable too. So maybe if I talk with Evelyn, she will give me the key.
Mademoiselle, may I request a minute of your time?
What can I do for you?
Can you not see that we're busy?
Gosh, can you go away? You're so annoying.
Your Grace, there are matters we really must discuss.
You do understand my time is valuable, don't you?
Can I ask you about the heated discussion with Monsieur Ellsworth?
Heated? Who said that?
He did.
They are the words of Monsieur Ellsworth.
Oh, the man is in politics. He should know what heated looks like. Maybe I was a little forceful. There was no one else around. How was I to know he was having a heart attack when he clutched his chest? It could have been anything. And when I saw he was in trouble, I went to get help. I suppose I got lost finding my way back.
I do not believe Bishop Mountjoy was the instigator of Monsieur Ellsworth's heart attack, but it appears he does. He is quite rigorously trying to convince himself he is not to blame.
Okay.
Merci, Your Grace.
Now, can we talk with her maybe? No?
What can I do for you?
Do all your discussions end in such a manner?
He knows just how to push. He knows what this museum means to me.
That is clear to us all.
He thinks he can say and do what he wants because of his position. But if he thinks he can get rid of me that easily, this museum is my life. And if anyone, including him, tries to do anything to jeopardize that, I won't be held responsible for my actions.
Now is the time to permit me access to the restoration room.
I'm sorry. The detective inspector was quite adamant I wasn't to allow anyone in.
Detective Hercule Poirot is not just any man, mademoiselle.
And modest to boot. I suppose it can't hurt. Follow me. There you go.
Right.
The key. It is in a far better condition than yesterday.
It was looking grubby and covered in rust, so I cleaned it. Is that a problem?
If you find anything else that may be of importance to the investigation, I ask that you leave it as you found it.
We didn't have any conversation, any observation, anything about that key. More evidence that has been tampered with. It's as though no one wishes the case to be solved. The key smells rather distinctly of turpentine, confirming Mademoiselle Warbeck's claim of cleaning off the rust. The rust must have been building for some time though, so why clean it now? Perhaps she was already using it on something else, paint perhaps? I should find evidence of this to either confirm or deny my suspicion. Can we come inside now? Yes, we can. One step closer to revealing the truth. New mind map unlocked. Monsieur Hastings and I should determine if this room was accessed by the thief. The key was cleaned. Wonderful. So, what do we have here of interest? Nothing so far. What? Turpentine. The pungent smell of turpentine expels from the bottle. A restoration table.
Aha.
The picture is becoming clearer and the paint is the key.
Oh.
Some little wooden sticks with cotton glued to the end. Perhaps a homemade tool for removing paint from canvas. A book. A book of oil paint pigments and how they are made. If only I had the time to read it for pleasure. And the last discovery... I don't know, there is nothing. Come on, Poirot, help me. This is so weird, there is nothing at all. I mean, there is a painting, but I cannot move to it. To this apple, so whatever that is. What if I try again?
Oh.
I mean, there has to be the fourth clue, but where is it hiding? Is it? Finally, but I've been hovering the scissors so many times already. Okay, a pair of sharp scissors, wonderful. One step closer to revealing the truth. So someone has been working on something. That's the gallery door. Green paint smear. As much of what I hope is only green paint? What does it mean? So there is blue paint, and we discovered this blue paint after we looked at the show. Bad logic. It would take some strength to lift it. A smear of blue paint kills. So there we have it. But I don't like when the logic of the game doesn't follow the logic. So I'm not too happy about this. What we have? Cleaning swab. Some little wooden sticks with the cotton glued to the end. Perhaps a homemade tool for removing paint from the canvas. Yes, so we took one, I guess. Yes, but what are we going to do with it? We took two. Do we need to use that on the paint here? We cannot. Can we? No. I would expect to find... Oh, turpentine. Okay, that's what we need to do. So we take the clean swab. Now the cotton is soaked in turpentine. And now we apply that on this one, right? No. Maybe I need to use that on both of my cotton swabs. Damp cotton stick, cleaning swab. That's the second one. And we still cannot do anything with that, okay. Yellow paint smear, that's what I was expecting to see, because blue plus green plus yellow makes green. A smear of yellow paint. I understand what work is done here, but must they really keep it in such state? Can we do anything else with it? Let's try, let's see. So we have some clues here. Oh, we don't have any links. Interesting, okay. Well, can we look into this painting now? No, we cannot. Well, yes, like green paint smear, but what do we want to do with it? Should I... No, I cannot do anything here. Green paint smear. The key was cleaned. Yellow paint smear. Blue paint smear. And the paint palette. And there is no link so far. Can I talk with you? Do you have anything smart to say? Wait a second.
What do you need? What can I...
Nothing.
Merci.
Can I come inside there? I cannot. Okay, let's go to the west wing, maybe. Oh, okay. That's something. Impossible to see inside. A keyhole and what else? Nothing out of the ordinary. Do I need to investigate the other door as well? I assume that would just lead me out. Okay. Nothing out of the ordinary and again impossible to see inside. Logical thinking shall always prevail. Okay, so now we can exit the room. You couldn't exit it before, actually. I didn't realize that. So, shall we talk? Or we still have nothing
What do you
to
need?
say to each other?
What can I...
Merci.
Nope, nothing. Okay, let's exit maybe. A keyhole. Damp cotton stick. Voila! The stick is stained blue. The stick is stained blue. Evidence that there was blue paint on the key. But did the thief get paint on the key before they entered the room or afterwards? And was that a thief at all? What about the second keyhole? Yes, I need to investigate this keyhole as well. Nothing inside. Wonderful. So, the door to the west wing. This was the door to the west wing, if I remember correctly. Okay, we have one link. Blue paint inside the keyhole. Yes, leading to the west wing. And blue paint smear on the box.
This will not get me any closer to my goal.
The key was cleaned. And blue paint.
I should consider this further.
Nothing inside keyhole. And blue paint inside keyhole.
What a revelation!
Okay. The key was used in the west window after it had been dropped in paint. The paint-covered key was used to lock west window. Why do we need to actually create this kind of clue if it's obvious as it is? So now can we connect it to the blue paint smear? Or...
Come now.
No.
Think on what has...
The key was cleaned.
Hot on the culprit's heels.
Yes. It's likely that the thief didn't notice the paint on the key straight away. They may have gotten some on their hands. We have a shawl. The thief may have gotten covered in blue paint. I don't see a shawl here in the list of clues. Blue paint smear on the box?
Another success.
The thief must have moved the box to gain access. Access to what? The box was moved by the thief. The box was moved by the thief. Thief may have gotten covered in blue paint.
Something just...
Any explanation about this link? No? Thank you. Alright.
When the thief entered this room from the west wing, there was no paint on the key. We know this because there was no paint on the key when they used it on the door to the gallery. But there is paint on the key when the thief locks the west wing door after stealing the painting. Telling us...
The key got covered in paint in this room.
Oui. And only after the painting was stolen. So, what happened in between locking the door to the gallery and leaving this room to lock the west wing door? The picture is becoming clearer, and the paint is the key. The thief unlocked the door from the west wing into this room, unlocked the door to the gallery, and stole the painting. They then returned, whereupon they laid the painting on the desk. The thief locked the door and returned to the painting. But then, an accident. They dropped the key into the palette of paint.
How can you be so sure?
We know because the paint palette was the only source of blue paint in the room that the key could have dropped in.
But why put the painting on this table, where items may be knocked or where they may be heard? Perhaps the answer is before me on the desk.
This is the painting. That is kind of fake painting over here. And that is the painting of the Magdalene that is covered with the apples.
Oh.
Am I right?
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that the thief had time to do delicate work of any kind.
Oh.
The key was dropped here. I can only imagine by accident.
Uh-huh.
I doubt that the thief had time to read a book. Scissors?
Oh.
No, I fear that our thief may have used this table to cut the painting from its frame. I must find its frame to confirm my fear. I should find Monsieur Hastings to help me with this task. We don't have to find him, we know where he is. He's right here.
What do you need? What can I do for you?
The evidence in this very room can tell us where our thief went next. How can we know that the thief did after cutting the painting from the frame? The paint-covered key was used to lock west window. The box. The thief used the box over there for something after cutting the painting from the frame. To push it or to move it into a better position, perhaps.
What can I do for you?
Merci, monsieur.
Well, this is the box.
Ah.
Oh, storage area.
Ah.
Okay, I see now. Our fears are confirmed. This is the frame of the penitent Magdalene painting that was brought from Brussels. Once the painting was removed, it was left here. I suppose the police were looking for the painting, not the frame. I believe we have our thief. I must speak with Detective Inspector Hardwick and inform him of my findings before Mademoiselle Courtsmith has the chance to flee the country. What about their second discovery? Old and damaged frames. And well, we have all our discoveries now.
Gentlemen, have you seen Miss Babanian? She wanted to speak with me after the bishop was finished chewing my ear off. But it seems the pair of them have disappeared.
I'm afraid not.
Can't have been that important then.
I recall Monsieur Hastings telling me he saw Monsieur Christiansen acting peculiar in the West Wing. Perhaps it requires further investigation. Sadly, the penitent Magdalene remains missing, but it looks as though the thief accessed this room in the process of stealing it. Aha, a hidden vent. A vent in the West Wing. There appears to be something lodged inside. And that is... I can try using the needle. The curved needle will be perfect for hooking onto the glinting item, and I can pull it through the grate with a thread. A ring! A most puzzling thing to find here. For once I agree with you. Do we have it now? Yes, jade stone ring. An expensive looking ring with a jade stone was found abandoned in the vent. Someone put that into there. To be honest, I don't know what to do now, but supposedly now we know who stole the penitent Magdalene painting, but there is no link still. I need to talk to D.I. Hardwick first. Looks like it.
If you want to deal with him, fine by me.
I need to talk with you. And I cannot? Evelyn?
What can I do for you?
Nothing!
Merci, mademoiselle. That is all for now.
This is also weird. This game is extremely linear. So whenever there is some kind of step aside, it's extremely confusing. Let's go to Irene again, maybe. We know that we found the blue paint on her shawl, which we should actually find later, because the sequence of steps doesn't make any sense. But that's fine, okay. And here we are again. And here's the paint over there. So we know that that's Hugh who stole the painting. And now we're supposed to talk with the DI, what's his name? And I couldn't. Hastings doesn't want to talk with me either. Let's go to the theater maybe again. Let's talk with her.
You're just full of questions, aren't you?
Have you seen this one before?
Where did you get that?
It was found in a vent at the museum. Perhaps the very last thing I expected to find.
Yes. Well, thank you. I knew I had lost it somewhere.
A clearly valuable ring has just been returned to Madame, and she acts as though it means nothing to her.
And I would not describe throwing a ring at one's husband, resulting in it being stuck in a vent, as a case of losing it.
It is clear Madame Hélène felt no sickness at the gala, rather anger. In a moment of rage, she threw her ring at her husband before exiting the museum. And having seen the damage that she has caused in her own dressing room, one can conclude that it was the state of her marriage that allowed her emotions to get the better of her and act so rashly.
You have been most helpful.
The detective inspector will now be able to see as plain as day that Mademoiselle Courtsmith is the guilty party. Now to find him.
With the other remaining guests' movements all accounted for, she was the only one capable of making haste with the painting.
I just tried to talk with him 1 minute ago, and then Rin has no connection to the theft in any way.
Ah, Detective, you're here.
What are you doing here?
Look and you shall find. How may I be of assistance?
Oh, well, I've had the photographs from the gala developed.
That's good thinking, Miss Farquhar.
Oui, very kind, mademoiselle.
Let me guess. Anastasia did something to her face that her face is not visible on the photo, right? I don't know. Well, this is us. And, are we stuck? Oh, now it's clicking through, okay. No, I see her face here. I'm surprised, to be honest, because I was very suspicious of her. The final damning piece of evidence. There is no way the detective inspector can ignore our finding. I didn't see anything. A clear image of Mademoiselle Smythe pickpocketing the key to the restoration room from Mademoiselle Warbeck caught red-handed.
There is nothing left for us to do but to take our findings to Detective Inspector Hardwick.
Can I see
Do
the
you think
photo
he'll
again?
listen?
It is his duty as a high-ranking officer of the law. We shall not be ignored. We have done all but arrest Mademoiselle Court Smythe for him. If it is the accolade that he desires, he may have it.
I was thinking that while you were speaking with Miss Court Smythe, I could try and find Mr. Christensen at their home.
Why do you care about him?
It would certainly be more efficient. An excellent idea.
Him with a funny accent. He was here earlier asking the same questions. All I want is a bit of peace.
I'm terribly sorry for the inconvenience. We are...
Monsieur Hastings, your assistance is required immediately.
Good Lord, Poirot, that's a lot of smoke.
And now you are up to speed with the situation. I have evaluated the position we find.
If you're going to use the fire extinguisher, now would be the time.
Très bien.
And we still didn't talk to the DI.
That's it. One more should do it.
Why?
Detective Inspector, it is imperative we search the crime scene as soon as possible.
So now you're talking with him. I don't understand this.
You mean my crime scene?
We wanted to speak with him 3 times, and we couldn't. Even when we're supposed to speak with him, we had a task to speak with him. We couldn't. And now he's here. Why are you here? Go away.
If I may, I can count on one hand how many crime scenes I have seen in my life, and although they are somewhere I don't wish to spend too much time, as the representative of Lloyd's of London Bank, it is my responsibility to handle all matters regarding the now stolen painting.
A weak attempt, but I've got more on my plate than dealing with some paper pusher getting his knickers in a twist. You've got until I return to do whatever it is you need to do. And if I find one thing out of place...
Gosh, you're so bad at your job. Why did we even want to speak with you?
You may question my authority in this case, but I will not have my professionalism questioned.
Whatever you say.
Don't care, go away. This game is so funny. Okay. The penitent Magdalene sits spoiled on Mademoiselle Court Smythe easel, but there is something about it. She faked it. Okay, this is that time when I need to end this part. Thank you for watching, see you next time, have a nice day, bye bye!